Hello, my name is Katie Long, and I'm here today. Hello, my name is Katie Long, and I'm here today to give my speech about the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act of 2003, written by President George Bush. My purpose is to persuade my listeners to agree with the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act of 2003, in which I agree. I'm here today to tell you about the cause of a problem shared throughout the world. I'm also here to tell you about the effects that it has on people, and not just ours, but every society. The abortionist jabs the scissors into the back of the baby's skull, and then opens the scissors to enlarge the hole. Doesn't that sound just like a horror film? Unfortunately, that's just a small portion of what takes place during a partial birth abortion. These type of abortions happen later in the pregnancy. Usually the fetus is 20 weeks or over. At this point in the pregnancy, the fetus does look like a baby. Between 18 and 24 weeks, which is within that time, the fetus is anywhere from 7 to 9 inches. The fetus is also very active and very coordinated. And usually at this point, the mother can feel activity inside her stomach. She can feel the baby kicking and things. At this point, the baby's ears can recognize sounds. The baby can make faces, such as frowns, and the eyebrows and the hair are also visible. Therefore, when these type of procedures are done, it's the equivalent to murdering an innocent child. That's how I feel. I feel that these procedures are very inhumane and should be highly illegal. The manner in which these procedures are performed is disgustingly sickening. First, the abortionist takes the forceps and reaches up through the birth canal and grabs the baby by the leg. Then he pulls the baby down through the birth canal and pulls the baby all the way out except for the head. At this point is when he takes his scissors and he jabs them into the back of the baby's skull. He then opens the scissors, causing the hole to get bigger. He takes the scissors out and then puts the suction in, and at this point he sucks the child's brains out until the head collapses, until the skull's collapsed, and then they deliver the non-living baby. I feel that this is a very intense crime. I get very upset just from talking about it, and when I was doing the research for this project, it was very hard for me to read some of these things. It was hard for me to read or to even say, the process and what happens in one of these procedures. I feel that it's a crime, and it's murder of a child. And not only does it affect the child, but it affects the mother also, and sometimes even the physicians or nurses who are present during the procedures. There are stories of the severe repercussions that take place when witnessing one of these procedures. There was a registered nurse who had 13 years experience in her field, and to this day she's still haunted by the images that she saw when she had witnessed one of these procedures being done. The women who have these procedures done, they're at such a high risk for anxiety disorders, for depression, and they're at a greater risk for psychiatric hospitalization. So in conclusion, I feel that this procedure should be banned, and I agree with the ban, and because of the effects that it has on the child, on the mother, and on the people who perform them. There's testimony of the physicians of their guilt and their being upset about or being haunted about the images or different things. There's the testimony of the women who physically and mentally have problems. It causes physical problems also. Sometimes later these women can't conceive again, or just different things happen. But the biggest thing is the statistics that put these women at such a great risk for depression and anxiety and for psychiatric disorders. I mean, it's because it's such a horrible thing that takes place, and these women have no idea. And it's something that happens in the U.S., it's something that happens overseas, it happens everywhere, and it should be illegal. It's the murder of a child, and it's just wrong. Thank you for listening. This is a diagram showing what happens. First, guided by ultrasound, the abortionist grabs the baby's leg with forceps. Then the baby's leg is pulled out into the birth canal. The abortionist delivers the baby's entire body except for the head. The abortionist jams scissors into the baby's skull. The scissors are then opened to enlarge the hole. The scissors are removed and a suction tube is inserted. The child's brains are sucked out, causing the skull to collapse. Then the rest of the baby is delivered. This is what a fetus looks like at 20 weeks, which is about the time that these procedures would take place.